We have a 100% complete topographic map of Mars, a planet 54 million kilometers away. But right here on Earth, we have only managed to map about 5% of the ocean floor. 12 astronauts spent a combined 300 hours exploring this surface of the Moon. In contrast, only 3 people have ever reached the deepest point of our own ocean, spending a total of just 3 hours there. While we look toward the stars to find the unknown, we are turning our backs on the 95% of our planet that remains completely unmapped. This gap in our knowledge means that most of the physical world is still a mystery to us. We aren't just missing a few details, we are missing the majority of the map for the world we live on. Our journey starts right at the surface. As we drop into the sunlight zone, we quickly pass the 40-meter mark, the limit where standard scuba diving is still considered safe. Going deeper requires specialized engineering to combat the weight of the water. In 2014, Ahmed Ghaib reached 332 meters, setting the world record for a human on scuba. At that depth, he was essentially standing at the base of an inverted Eiffel Tower, with the ocean's entire structure pressing in on him. Below 500 meters, we passed the diving limit of the blue whale. By 830 meters, the water pressure is 10 times higher than it is at the surface. You are now at a depth equal to the height of the Burj Khalifa. As the light fades to just 1% of what it was at the surface, sunlight is no longer the primary factor for survival. Down here, everything is governed by pressure. At 1,000 meters, we enter the midnight zone. The sun is completely gone, and the pressure has increased to 100 times surface levels. This is a force of 10,499 pounds per square inch. It's like having a full-grown African elephant standing on every square inch of your body. The blobfish manages this environment by ditching the dense bone and muscle found in surface species, becoming a gelatinous mass with the water's exact density. If brought to the surface, the lack of pressure causes its body to lose its shape and turn to jelly. Our best military engineering reaches its limit here too. At 1,027 meters, the hull of a standard nuclear submarine begins to crack under the strain. Beyond this point, human technology struggles to keep up with the physical demands of the environment. Evolution has solved problems that our best titanium alloys still can't. At 2,200 meters, the darkness is absolute. This is the hunting ground for giant squids, which can grow to 13 meters long and use eyes the size of dinner plates to detect the faint movements of sperm whales. Down at 3,800 meters lies the wreck of the Titanic, where the pressure reaches 5,500 pounds per square inch. In June 2023, the Titan submersible was destroyed at this depth when its hull failed. The pressure caused an instantaneous implosion, demonstrating how unforgiving this environment is to any human error. Past 6,000 meters, we enter the Hadal Zone. It's a region so remote that more people have been to the Moon than have explored this part of our own planet. Even here, there is human presence. 99% of all global internet traffic passes through fiber optic cables laid directly across the seabed. We use this abyss to send our emails and videos, yet the environment itself remains a place where we cannot survive without massive mechanical protection. At 8,848 meters, the ocean is deep enough to swallow Mount Everest whole, with room to spare. In 2012, James Cameron used the Deep Sea Challenger, a specialized submersible built for extreme forces, to reach the 10,000-meter mark alone. But humanity's first direct look at this environment occurred in 1960, when Don Walsh and Jacques Piccard descended in the Trieste bathyscaphe. They could only stay for 20 minutes. Under the pressure of 90 elephants per fingertip, one of the vessel's windows began to crack, forcing them to return to the surface immediately. Their mission showed us that our presence at the bottom of the world is fragile, fleeting, and entirely dependent on the strength of a few inches of steel. We are now 11,000 meters down in the Challenger Deep. This is the exact distance an airplane flies above the Earth, but measured straight down into the crust. In this lightless, high-pressure void, we find the snailfish. It is a biological outlier that thrives where almost nothing else can. The snailfish endures 16,000 pounds of pressure per square inch. For a fish this size, that is like carrying the weight of a Boeing 777 on its body every second of its life. Biologists still cannot fully explain how its cellular structure remains intact under such force. If it is brought to the surface, the sudden drop in pressure causes its body to burst. If these conditions exist in the small portion of the ocean we have seen, it suggests the unmapped 95% holds secrets that challenge our understanding of what life can endure.